JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Man shot by police during alleged confrontation in Old Harbour. A man was shot by the police during an alleged confrontation in Old Harbour, St. Catherine, last night. The incident occurred around 11:50 p.m. in the Grove district of Gutters. According to the police, a team was conducting an operation when a confrontation occurred between a 42-year-old man and the officers, during which the man was shot. He was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was admitted. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom has been notified and has since launched a probe into the incident. Murder suspect killed by police in Westmoreland. A suspect in the contract-style killing of a female vendor in Green Island, Hanover, was fatally shot on Thursday morning during an alleged confrontation with the police in Grangeville in Westmoreland. Teresa Bailey was attacked and shot at her stall along the Green Island Main Road on Tuesday evening. That is 27-year-old Josie Fife, otherwise known as Dancy, is linked to both the Hillside and Anspassi gangs. Reports are shortly after 4 on Thursday morning, law enforcement began a targeted search operation at a residence in Morgan's Bridge. During the execution of the search warrant at a two-apartment concrete dwelling in Grangeville, Fife was reportedly observed with a gun. The police say Fife pointed the weapon in their direction. Law enforcement say, fearing for their lives, members of the team opened fire. Fife was reportedly shot. He was transported to the Savamar Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The police say a gun was seized at the scene. Authorities say the gun was still in Fife's possession at the time of the seizure. Fife is understood to have been a top-tier member of both the Hillside and Anspassi gangs. Police sources say both gangs are active in contract killings, shootings, and other violent crimes in western Jamaica. Sources say Fife functioned as a triggerman for both gangs. Fife was before the court for the September 11, 2021 murder of Shaquille Smith. In addition, Fife was a suspect in the murder of Michael Reed. Reed was killed on May 21 this year at a bar and gaming lodging in Solus District, Frome. Fife was also a person of interest in the July 30 murder of Dwayne Parchment, also in Solus District. 7 arrested in St. Mary for lottery scam activities. The St. Mary police says it has smashed a lottery scamming ring operated in the parish, following the arrest of 7 suspects over the last week. The 7 individuals have been arrested for possession of identity information, a major offense commonly linked to lottery scamming. Superintendent Anthony Wallace, commanding officer for the St. Mary Division, said law enforcement remains committed to dismantling criminal enterprises and protecting members of the public. He added that the arrests have already put a significant dent in the funding of criminal networks, disrupting their ability to finance other illegal activities, recruit vulnerable individuals, and destabilize communities. The police say investigations into these cases are continuing, and additional operations are expected in the coming days. Portland man fined $400,000 for introducing contraband at Buff Bay lockup. An 18-year-old man of Spring Hill, Portland, has been fined $400,000 or 2 months imprisonment for introducing contraband to the lockup at Buff Bay in the parish. Kevoy Everett appeared before the Portland Parish Court on Thursday to answer the charge of introducing contraband to the lockup. It was heard that last Friday. Everett was held on the compound of the Buff Bay Police Station, where 8 transparent plastic particles containing vegetable matter resembling ganja were found tied to a piece of wire. He was taken into custody. When interviewed by the police, he stated that he was paid $2,000 to bring the contraband to a prisoner. A search of cell 6 was immediately carried out, and a cell phone was found. When Everett stood before the court, he pleaded guilty and was fined $400,000 or 2 months for introducing contraband to the Buff Bay lockup. Golding calls for economic and social justice in Emancipation Day message. Opposition leader Mark Golding, in his 2025 Emancipation Day message, has urged Jamaicans to reflect on the meaning of true freedom and to continue the fight for social justice, equality, and opportunity for all.
Hello Jamaicans, today we join together in solemn reflection and in powerful celebration as we observe Emancipation Day 2025, a sacred day in our nation's history, when we honor the courage, resistance, and unyielding spirit of those who came before us and fought for the freedoms that we now enjoy. Our freedom was not handed down by decree. Emancipation was the culmination of generations of struggle and sacrifice by our leaders and those who supported their great work. From Nani to Taki to Sam Sharp, they each realized, in the words of Nelson Mandela, that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. The road to freedom was long and hard, but they never gave up. And then on August the 1st, 1834, the shackles of slavery were historically broken. And as we honor and celebrate our ancestors who never gave up the struggle for freedom, we recognize this day as representing the triumph of good over evil. Having claimed our freedom, it is a solemn duty of successive generations of Jamaicans to protect it and carry it forward through the ages. From the post-emancipation fires of the Morant Bay Rebellion, to the rise of the Garvey movement, to the great labor upheavals of 1938, through to our political independence in 1962, the Jamaican spirit has always demanded more than just survival. It has demanded dignity, equality, justice, and opportunity for all. Today, we stand on the shoulders of our heroes, named and unnamed, who endured unspeakable suffering, whose dreams of liberty helped to shape the very foundation of our democracy and our identity as a people. Emancipation is not only a historic event, it is a living mandate that calls each of us to examine whether we have truly broken the chains of mental slavery, systemic injustice, and economic exclusion. It challenges us to confront inequality, promote inclusion, and support economic and social justice for all Jamaicans. We must continue to work towards an economy that empowers our people, education that opens doors for all, and a society rooted in fairness and respect. Are we truly emancipated when the system deprives so many of our youth of the chance to achieve their potential? And can we say we are free when the gap between the powerful and the powerless continues to widen? To answer these questions with positive change, we must place social justice, equity, and empowerment at the center of our mission. Our commitment to freedom requires to invest in opportunity. Opportunity for all to access quality education. Opportunity for all to benefit from affordable health care. Opportunity to own a piece of the land we call home. Opportunity to move up from poverty and build intergenerational wealth. Opportunity to live with safety, dignity, and pride, no matter what your background or where you were born. As we celebrate this Emancipation Day, we are proud of the resilience of our people, the impact of our music and culture that echoes across the world, and our many achievements despite adversity. Let us be bold and demand that Jamaica fulfills the promise of emancipation for all, not just a few. Let us draw strength from our heritage and find the will to dismantle those structures that still hold too many of our people back. Let us step forward and craft a new chapter, one where freedom means full inclusion and independence means real power in the hands of the people. To every Jamaican, wherever you may be today, I say this: our journey continues as our work is not done. Together, with purpose and unity, we can build a nation that befits the great sacrifice of our ancestors that we celebrate on Emancipation Day.
PM Holness urges Jamaicans to protect the freedom they enjoy. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has called Jamaicans to action on this Emancipation Day, emphasizing that the observance is not merely a historic milestone. In his message to the country, Dr. Holness urged Jamaicans to protect the freedom they enjoy through the sacrifice and courage of ancestors, uplift each other, and build the country they dream of.
My fellow Jamaicans, today holds profound meaning and solemn pride. It is a moment of reverence, remembrance, reflection, and reaffirmation. A day when we pause to honor the struggle, suffering, and sacrifice of our ancestors, while also drawing inspiration from their strength to shape our path forward. It is also a day where we take stock of where we have come from and commit never to do anything that could compromise our freedom or impact our trajectory towards the better Jamaica our ancestors dreamed. A Jamaica where we have complete financial and economic freedom, freedom from crime and violence, freedom from unemployment, and freedom from any restraint that could prevent us from realizing our individual and collective potential as a nation. Emancipation Day holds significance not only for Jamaica, but for the entire world. The abolition of slavery was not merely a historical event. It was a seismic moral awakening. It marked a decisive turning point when an institution, once regarded as lawful, even natural, was confronted and condemned as a crime against humanity. The formal end of slavery in the British Empire in 1834, followed by full freedom in 1838, ignited a wave of abolition across the globe, and the remainder of the 19th century, it signaled that no system, no matter how entrenched or profitable, could forever deny the dignity of human beings. The struggle for emancipation was a chapter in a global awakening of conscience, and Jamaica stood at the forefront of that fight. But beyond its global relevance, Emancipation Day is deeply personal for us as a people. For Jamaicans, it is not an abstract milestone. It is the hard-won triumph of our ancestors who endured the unspeakable horrors of slavery on plantations, in pens, and under the lash. It is the declaration that those who were once regarded as property were and had always been fully human, fully worthy, and fully free. With freedom came the right of our predecessors to determine their own future. And even though that right came with obstacles, the freed men and women persevered. They established free villages, built churches and schools, and cultivated a culture of resilience that would give birth to our present. In remembrance of those who came before, each generation must grapple with the questions. What are we doing with the freedom for which they struggled? How are we honoring the blood, sweat, and sacrifice that made our liberty possible? To truly honor our forebears, we must show through our conduct, our choices, our institutions, and our achievements that we are a great people, capable of achieving great things. Every time we demonstrate competent self-government, every time we hold fair elections, uphold the rule of law, educate our children, care for our elders, invest in our infrastructure, and uplift the vulnerable, we are demonstrating our capacity, our strength, and our resilience. Emancipation was the beginning of a responsibility, a duty to build a society founded on order, dignity, and justice. That duty is ours still. On this Emancipation Day, let us renew our commitment to fulfilling it, not as victims of history, but as authors of our own future. May Emancipation Day inspire in each of us a deeper resolve to protect our freedom, uplift our people, and honor our ancestors who made our liberty possible. Let us carry the torch of freedom with purpose and pride, and resolve to fulfill the great destiny won for us by the blood and courage of our ancestors. May God bless you, and may God bless Jamaica, land we love.
JBN keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.